Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm Margaret Lowe. I'm president of AtlanticLIVE. It's the events division of the Atlantic, where we have a long history of grappling with the most pressing issues of our time. And I think it's fair today that today's topic, reforming criminal justice, fits that bill and is a subject we've written and talked a lot about. Our forum today is part of our Next America project, and in that project we explore how growing diversity impacts the country on so many fronts, from education and the economy to energy and criminal justice. It's probably relevant to note that this is our first event after the election and a stunningly divisive race for the White House. During the campaign, President-elect Donald Trump portrayed himself as a law and order candidate who would be tough on crime. What exactly that will mean after he takes the office is yet to be seen, but it certainly will inform this conversation. And finding a way to reach understanding on these issues seems as critical now as ever. And if there's going to be a process of reconciliation in this country, and that's no sure thing, it's going to begin in communities like this one, with people talking to each other as we are here today in a clear-eyed and open way. St. Louis is painfully familiar with the weighty issues we'll be talking about. The death of Michael Brown in Ferguson more than 2 years ago fueled a national conversation on race and policing. And in the wake of Michael Brown's death, the Department of Justice issued a searing report on Ferguson's policing and court practices, saying, among other things, that the city's police department put collecting revenue above the safety of the community it serves. And the report found deep racial disparities in the residents affected. At the county level, official statistics from last year reveal that nearly 2/3 of people held in the county jail are there or were there because they didn't have the money to pay bail or bond out of jail. And this, we know, is a story that stretches across the nearly 90 municipalities in St. Louis County and across the country. So today we'll explore criminal justice reform with people on the front lines, both professionally and personally. A few more mundane notes before we get rolling. Please silence your cell phones, but don't put them away because we will be on Twitter and we'd love you to join that conversation. We're at Atlantic_live. Use the hashtag #NextAmerica. And we want you to join the conversation in the room too. After many of our sessions, there will be time for your questions. Before we begin our discussion in earnest, I do want to take a moment to thank the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation's Safety and Justice Challenge. They've made this program today possible, and for that we're very grateful. Thank you so much. And now we shall roll. I'm delighted to welcome Congressman Lacy Clay. He has represented St. Louis City and part of the county since 2001, and he is advocating for criminal justice reform in Washington. Atlantic Senior Editor Ron Brownstein is here to talk about that and more. Ron, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Margaret.